Anyways, I've been trying to figure out a way to approach some of the stuff. This mostly makes some characters more interesting or more true to their original game. So, which shout out to the Smash Modding Discord and WooBoyTH. I use a lot of his scripts for his own custom mod and the dumb stuff he had, and so I stole a lot of this stuff. Well, some stuff I kind of stole. So, first thing is Mario's Dair. Originally, it's a nice big spin-a-rooney, but for Super Mario World, it felt weird because it's based on the spin jump. So I have it just be like a dive move that spikes. You can see the hitbox there. And then it finishes off like that. I think it might be a little busted though, because yeah, it might be. I might need to change that. It might be a little busted, especially because Mario's already top tier. Yeah, that's busted. Another thing is projectiles will do double damage. Or a lot of weaker ones will do double damage, but they won't make the enemy flinch. So that's doing like 10, 12 damage. Oh, it actually doesn't count that. That's doing like 8 damage. It does a lot of damage, but now it's more of a getting an extra hit in kind of thing, rather than being like a stun move, which might work better. It might remove some BS for certain characters. I'll get more to that later. Donkey Kong has seen a bit, actually. Mostly because Donkey Kong's bad, and he has like 2 moves from his actual game, which are his down B and his roll. I extended the sweet hitbox in this a bit more because he finally has his roll from DKC. Maybe he has some other moves there. This isn't part of his game, so. But I thought, okay, Donkey Kong sucks. What sucks about him? Recovery's super exploitable. Doesn't have a good disadvantage state. I also buffed his Nair for that reason. It does shield damage, even though you can't hit anybody that's low profiling. And it comes out a frame earlier, so buff that a little bit. But the main buff is going to be his up B in the air. He gets a boost of momentum on that first part, and the 2-frame window there actually sends out a stronger 90-degree angle. Right there, this 2-frame window here, yeah. The other hits don't kill as consistently, but yeah, he gets it's supposed to be like a cannon, spinning cannon Kong, was the idea. I need to change the sound effect too. I tried Dedede's hammer. I want to have a cannon sound, but I don't know which one to go for. Oh, nope, one more change. Scoop hitboxes on his hands. That's probably the biggest buff. That's probably scary. Luigi, I tried doing a few different things with him. One thing I did is I removed his invincibility on his down B, especially the frame 1 in the air. Like, that's obnoxious. Also, bury mechanic. I don't know how I'm going to work that in, but it's kind of like Mario has a spin jump. This is what that's based on. Like, you can do that, and then you can get like a punish, but that's going to be hard to do. But yeah, you just can do a bury mechanic, I guess. In the air, it's supposed to have a spike hitbox. Yeah, okay, it's working. It wasn't working before. Oh, if you mash B. Oh, if you mash B, it's not working. Oh. Wait, what? Okay. Oh, if you want to. Okay. This actually kind of works for the meta then. You can do that, and then, yeah, if you mash B, okay. I like that, actually. That's accidentally good. And other than that, Fireball is the same thing. I think I changed it. Oh, his Nair. His Nair no longer sends upward. That's to stop 0 deaths. Does it? TBD. Jigglypuff hasn't seen a whole lot of changes. Overall, he's not that bad. I did up his weight to a nice value. His air dodge is better. Longer, faster. And I think that's it. Other than his shield break, you know how Hero explodes and does damage? So does Puff now. It doesn't really work great as offensively. It's more so like a don't break his shield unless you're scared kind of thing. So he could be like doing this, but like it's kind of hard to time that. But now it makes him just terrifying, just with that change alone. Oh yeah, I also made his hard landing leg 2-frame, which is, it's weird that they made him so light, but then they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna have a super hard Yeah, he's so light. That's why he is so easy to launch. But then his landing leg is like, if he's a balloon, he's a balloon, you know? Keep it consistent, dudes. Like, you don't make him pop with a shield break super light and then you just, as far as I'm concerned. So I gave him a kamikaze, made his landing frame better. Weight is nice. And yeah, that's about it. He's too good otherwise. Daisy has seen a lot of changes. First of all, she's faster than Peach now. She doesn't have a float. A lot of her, like her slap is now, comes out on frame 2, no, frame 3 instead of 2. Backhand has damage. In general, her grounded moves and her lower body moves are better, whereas her magical moves and aerial moves are a bit worse. Like her forward tilt, better. Her up tilt, kind of smaller hitbox, weaker. Down tilt, better. Trip's really good. Which actually, let's get to down air at the same time. Down air. Ah, dang, it's gonna be hard to hit. I'm bad at this though. Never mind, let's just kick him to death. Nair is weaker. There we go. Okay, it's not as strong as I thought. Okay, that might not be super bad. Down smash now does this. And golf club doesn't hit Pikachu. Tennis racket now, what does tennis racket do again? I think it sends straight down. Yeah, it's a spike now. Golf club sends it a dirtier low angle. And frying pan sends straight up and is also weaker. But I did let it do a little bit of more shield damage, so. Up smash, just weaker. I think I made the hitboxes smaller. Back air has also been buffed. Up air is weaker. Forward air is a lot weaker. But it is a spike now. A weak spike, but it's a spike. So yeah, it doesn't do that much. But it spikes. So there's that. Oh, dash attack has also been buffed. So yeah, she's like a faster, more grounded Peach now. Now to the specials I have changed. Daisy Bomber goes farther, faster, and is stronger. And she doesn't pull turnips anymore. But she's not afraid to fight dirty, so she pulls dirt up and throws it in your eyes. And then golf club. She doesn't have invincibility. She has super armor on it. It doesn't cover much around her. Super armor's like frame 4 I made it. So those are the changes with Daisy. Just wanted to kind of declone her a little bit. So yeah, she doesn't have float. She doesn't have turnips. She's just a little more grounded overall. Made the Ice Climbers dodge a little bit farther. Dr. Mario is another character I kind of want to address a bit differently. I made him super beefy. I shared a Twitter clip of that. Sugar beefy Tetris block guy. I kind of dialed that back a little bit in favor of reducing his gravity, increasing airspeed, and giving him a hard fall. That's like... Because like, this is a hard drop from a Tetris block, am I right guys? Oh god, you kind of hit that up. Along with that, I think because I reduced gravity, he goes up higher with that. So, also his pill just does that, extra damage. So Ganondorf has seen some parameter adjustments to make him a little more floaty in there. Not a whole lot, improved his air dodge distance, reduced its speed. First adjustment I did with him was changing his neutral B, because I wanted to emulate Ocarina of Time, give him like a whole reflector biz, right? So here, I want you to spam your neutral B, my dude. So yeah, it comes out on, it has frame 8 reflector armor, super armor. The first hitbox is frame 24. And the end leg is like half a second. So you can still get punished for it. Near hitboxes deal electrical damage. Not as powerful. It's more of a get off me maneuver. However, the tipper hitbox deals dark damage and sends even at a lower angle, so it can still be used to kill. Pikachu survived at 70, so it's been nerfed a bit. In the air, you can use it for mix-ups and recovery because it adds momentum when you move. Dark dive, up B. starts on frame 12 instead of 14 with the grab. Along with that, it has a juggle electric hitbox, and it kind of kills. Between those changes, it might be a lot scarier now. Those are the main changes, just a little bit floatier, better air dodge. I left this move the same though. He can keep this big stupid move. So yeah, he's probably seen the biggest changes just with those couple different things because he has options. I was thinking about doing something with Diddy and his banana, but I wasn't sure what. Let's do Little Mac. Little Mac's seen some pretty big changes too. Little Mac, mostly I changed his jump heights a little bit. Ooh, dang. He was jumping higher than I thought. And also, I reduced his max fall speed and gravity. No, gravity's still the same. Max fall speed has been reduced to float like a butterfly, as I like to... I get kind of the whole gimmick, like he's grounded, but at the same time, they gave him like one of the fastest fall speeds, one of the worst like mid-air jumps, so it's like, yeah. His dodge has been buffed slightly. It's still bottom tier dodge, but it's not like absurdly below any other character. Increase the frame data of the speed and the, what is it? Speed and distance, yeah. Just increase the speed and distance just slightly. Okay, so his neutral special has been nerfed. It doesn't bypass shields anymore. It does break them better, which actually I'll probably try to show that off here in a moment. And the aerial version has been technically buffed also because, yeah. Yeah, it does more shield damage. Not guaranteed to break it, but it does more shield damage, so... Other than that, too, all of his aerials have been buffed slightly. They've been given, like... They're active for one frame more, as a whole. Not sure if I want to fix the hitboxes in general, too, but... I think I'd mostly just, like, double the knockback. But yeah, I think that's the most change I do with Mac. Just slightly better jumps, less fall speed, slightly better aerials, nerfed KO punch. Oh, more weight. He weighs a lot more too. So yeah, that's the main differences, especially because like for a guy who is weighed less than Isabelle, Villager's seen a few different buffs. One of them's a little silly. Overall, he hasn't been modified too much. It's mostly his fair with the general way I was going. Yeah, projectiles don't flinch. However, the late hitbox explodes on him. It's so you got a nice ranged kill move, I guess. It does more damage in general too, but it doesn't make you flinch up close. It's also just hard to hit on a shorter character. Also, he has a spike hitbox on his up B. Let's see if I can get this. I got my balloons. Stop. Yeah, that can kill if you hit that. So if he goes high, he's hard to take out. Other than that, I think he's pretty much the same. Just, yeah, add a couple hitboxes onto him when he's starting up. His doesn't carry over. It's only the initial, like, smackdown that he'll do. So, Rob's side B and his gyro, I tried to reduce the speeds of them just a little bit. Other than that, I don't think he's been touched much. So, yeah, I don't think I did anything else. I was really gonna, like, reduce his movement speed and stuff in general. That seems like it went faster. I probably screwed that up. But yeah, I didn't really want to nerf him too much. Like, he is kind of big and easy combo material, so... Which actually, ooh, Pikachu changes. The main changes I thought I did with Pikachu was made his neutral special not cause you to flinch. Which apparently I didn't. And I added more landing leg to all his aerials, because apparently he pancakes, like, super hard from his aerials. It's like ridiculous. Like, he'll have like a splashing electric hitbox and he'll pancake. You can't hit him. It's like, dang, he make himself the size of a cat fit through a 1-inch crack, and he does damage still. So DDD's seen a few buffs. Not DDD's like bad, but I couldn't think of anything to really change him a lot because it didn't seem like he really needed it that much to be interesting. Like, he's already an interesting character. I did increase his overall movement speed in the air to be like a notch above himself, but he's still the slowest in the air. And his max fall speed has been a notch above himself, but not really anybody else. So like, those are the only two changes as far as movement goes. I did change his Nair so that Now he has hands and feet hitboxes. Because like one of the biggest things I noticed, like just landing next to somebody, it just doesn't work. Like even that, it's still hard to hit Pikachu. So I figure this is a better way to kind of give him a little bit more ability to keep people off him. Because before it was just that center hitbox. And then they kind of all shrink here. So not as effective, but I figure that fixes that a little bit. Oh, also while we're at it, down air. Basically the top hitbox that you see there where the little line is, that's where his hitbox used to only be. And it kind of almost made sense, but it's also like strangely to the right here you can see. And then right there, it's super disjointed from his disjoint. So I just kind of fixed that so it matches better with the window. Because otherwise it just, you're like, where is his hitbox? It's like, oh, it's apparently not on the hammer. Also, his back air receives a similar treatment. I mostly lowered the outer hitboxes a little bit to match up better there. And I increased the last one's size just a little bit. Because normally it was just straight across and it was still kind of weird. So that's all I did with him. I've just fixed those few aerials. Especially for a guy with multiple jumps and most of the time is just in the air. Sonic, I don't know if this does much. Like Sonic I don't find is that bad, but he is like obnoxiously fast and has spin moves. So he's obviously kind of busted. All I did here was try to adjust his side B acceleration and jump off the ground. Because I heard that was like kind of a thing with him. So that's the only thing really, like I want to kind of make him a little bit lighter with how fast he is, but I'll just do that for now. I don't want to like nerf him a whole lot. Like it doesn't seem worth. Ah, Cloud. So this is where we get to the whole final smashes and built into characters territory, along with Little Mac, although it's a little different. Cloud in general, I haven't changed too much, except that charge is a lot slower. Charge is a lot slower now, because the idea of just being able to sit and camp and get limit was kind of silly to me. So I was like, why is he able to do that? He's just camping while getting a stat boost. So that takes longer to charge. And his damage isn't amplified in this state. He, mostly because I didn't remember that part from Final Fantasy VII. Like, I was talking to Drake about it recently. Like, man, I remember why I liked Final Fantasy VII. Like, the story is just actually interesting to me. I don't know if it's, I don't want to say it's good. I'll say it's interesting to me and all that. But, like, the part where, like, Limit just kills on normal moves, like, that's not how it worked. You used it once and that was it. Or you lost it when you died. Which, he doesn't lose Limit now, at least. So I changed that part. He doesn't get stat boost. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, at least. But yeah, now you can at least save it for your big shot. And yeah. That's the only difference I do with Cloud. It makes him a far more infinitely interesting character to me. Because the whole idea of like, I'm gonna just stand over here and get my limit in like 5 seconds. Oh, in between stocks, I get to have a whole limit back. Oh, I don't want to waste my limit because it lets me do massive damage. This is dumb. Sorry, I guess I'm not going to blame Sakurai for that in general. But, because I feel like there's probably more push to add characters who might be relevant and make them good, like Cloud and apparently the upcoming remaster. I'm not sure if that's why, but I have my suspicions. Minmin's another one of those characters people find super toxic, but all I really did with her was, well, it's probably a big thing. She has the slowest walk speed now, so that you can't just do this as easy, and she has it's just a worse initial dash. So it's gonna make you have to like focus hard on how you actually want to. Yeah, because now you can't do this as effectively because you're a lot slower. So that's all I changed with her. Figure that makes sense, right? You don't want her having a really fast walking speed and dash if she's going to be that obnoxious. I feel like that's just fair. Terry's a character I find that's really cool, but he has one dumb mechanic, and that's the moment he hits 100%, he has go meter. And what's the best way to put this? I don't think I would ever want to win or... Wait, that's not how that's supposed to work. He's not supposed to have go. Dang. I must have screwed something up. I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to have go there. I must have messed something up. Wait, he doesn't have go. Oh, the animation is active, but it's... Okay, he doesn't actually have go. I have to fix that. He actually has go... here. I think. How do you do go? Buster, wow. Now we shouldn't have go here, right? Yeah, I don't think he has go. Okay. I'm not a big fan of input commands in general because that's one of the main things I liked about Smash. But overall, like, he's like a super cool character to me because I do like characters that are far more up close oriented. But the whole go meter just was a thing I didn't want to do. Yeah, I think it's just the animation is active, but he doesn't actually have go. That's the similar thing with Little Mac and playing him online. Like, I never wanted to win with KO Punch, and I never wanted to lose because of KO Punch. Also, the Smash attacks are just busted online, so it's kind of a similar thing. Like, there's only so much I want to actually even win like this, so. Okay, only thing I changed with him. Oop. Yeah, these don't stagger anymore, but they deal twice damage. So now it's like you can't just throw it out to keep your enemy slowed down. It's a matter of your opponent have to decide, do I want to sponge damage here for the advantage, and it's also for you to decide how much damage do I want to get. Do I think I can get in here? The only thing I really did with Joker was change his Arsene meter, but I don't know if I made it better. Yeah, I can see it. You can see it getting up there. I don't know how much would normally get active. Yeah, he's already up to a bit of damage. Apparently, he doesn't get it from attacking. Okay, Pikachu. I want you to do something to me. I want you to use neutral special. Okay, it seems like it's boosting up a bit, but not as much as before. Yeah, what I might actually change with that in the future is, I might make it where his Tetra Guard is just a really good defensive maneuver. Because as far as I can tell, he's not supposed to gain that much meter from it. It's supposed to be just basically defend in like any RPG. I could be wrong. I don't understand it. I haven't played Persona 5 or a lot of those games, so that's me speculating. But in general, that's another one of those BS movers. I was like, that's dumb. I wasn't sure what to do with Piranha Plant because he is bad. He's like fun. Like, what is actually one of the DLC characters I like the most. He's just kind of bad. So what I thought was like, what does Piranha Plant do in the games? He hides in a pipe. So, and you can't hurt him at that point. So I made his spot dodges better and his rolls better. Better and faster intangibility. Better first actionable frame. Better staling. Yeah, that's all I did with him. It's like, you know what? If he's grounded, he's able to dodge, right? Incineroar had minor buffs. Mostly he's just slightly... He's like Dedede been buffed. His lowest run speed has been adjusted to be a tier above himself. And that's about it. Also, I think his initial dash. Isabelle's seen some bigger buffs. One in particular is her movement speed. I was like, what can set her apart from Villager? And she's gonna have feisty little dog energy. Look at that feisty little dog. And I'm sure this is terrifying for some people because with these, she just does so much damage. Which, I mean, they do, but they only do damage up close. They still do damage right here, knockback right there, but it's only up close. So yeah, I figured that'd be a good way to offset her a bit, where she has to get up at you to do that. Other things, Nair comes out of frame earlier, slightly bigger hitboxes, and does more shield damage. Oh yeah, up smash. First, let's she has super armor while charging her up smash. Also, a whistle hitbox. She's all like, you shall not pass, you know. That was the idea I had with that. Other than that, I don't think she's been changed. Yeah. Oh, she does have this. She has and hers you can do with each flapping animation. They don't spike. Oh, she's dead. So yeah, that's all I do with Isabelle. She kicks you now on the swings like a kid in the jungle gym stuff. K-Rool's kind of bad. Also not a character I know what to do with. Richter and Simon have mostly been changed in the sense that trying to declone them but also buff them. Richter's up B goes a lot farther now. It's supposed to be more like, dude, that acceleration downward too. Yeah, so that's his biggest buff for him and Simon both. Simon's not as high. Richter is supposed to be more mobile and stuff. That's like just the main thing. Simon's weight has been increased to Kazuya-like levels. Richter is supposed to be more mobile. I think in the future what I'll do is down B won't cause flinching for Richter, and cross won't cause flinching for Simon. This is because if Richter's going to be more mobile in general, he's going to throw this out and you'll be dead. I also think I'll buff some of Simon's whip attacks a little bit, and Richter's like leg attacks I figure I'll give him a boost with. Simon was the original spinny boy with this, you know, whereas Richter was the original high jump king, probably. That's how I relate them, at least, based on what I remember. Like, Simon was very beefy dude, took many hits, walked like He-Man. Ridley, all I did was increase his weight. So that he, like, I know the logic with Ridley was, oh, he's a bird, he has hollow bones, so he can fly. But he weighs less than Dedede, and Dedede is way better at flying, so I was like, you know what, that's not fair. Let's just at least increase his weight. Steve is another character I approached from the, I don't want him to be stupid campy. This song suck. Okay, Steve is a character who I didn't want to be super campy, so he now has this, like, one of the slowest run speeds, some of the slowest air speeds, more gravity in general, and I figured that way I would just increase his weight. I feel like that'd be more fair. Like, Steve is a character I feel like should be a lot slower than he is, and just a lot tankier. I feel like it'd be better too, so he can't just run and get like minecart advantage super easy, because I would picture him being tougher than Mario overall. Speaking of tough guys, Sephiroth's weight before was in the featherweight division. He had a weight of 79. In perspective, Olimar has 79. I think Pikachu has 79. Fox has 77. Isabelle had 88. So all I did was, wrong thing. All I did for him is that when he gets one-winged angel state, he does not get any stat boost. So, Sephiroth, the only real changes did with him, removed his stat boosts, which apparently his, like, jump multiplier was reduced too, so he keeps that. So when he's at this high percent, he's just better. One of the main reasons I wanted to do that too is because he was so light, he had a tendency to die as he's getting his one-winged angel state. It was so obnoxious. Like, he's a really interesting character, I think, and you just can't use the best thing about him. I felt like he would have been infinitely better without that comeback mechanic, because he's dying most of the time he's at that percentage, and it was obnoxious. So I increased his weight from 79 to 99, one underneath Cloud. So let's see if he can survive a fully charged Pikachu. He's probably not gonna survive this. That's a lot of damage. Because Pikachu's side smash just kills. He survived. Yo, that's right. Suck it, high tier. So yeah, that's all I really changed with him. He doesn't get stat boost, and he actually weighs more than a feather. He weighs more than a Pikachu now. So, and I think I would want to balance him to the state where he weighs about as much as Cloud, at least. Like, I want to start from that point rather than weighs about as much as Pikachu. How do we make him... These characters are both really good, but on paper, they're also kind of like Little Mac almost territory. A lot of bottom tier territory as far as their... Like, Pyra's air dodging is bad. Her movement speed is kind of crap. Her ability to jump isn't that great. She's just very strong. I think the main thing that makes them usable is just the fact one is a very fast character and one is a very like powerful character. Maybe reduce their weight, but overall they don't feel as cheesy as like a lot of on Wi-Fi they can feel like it, but I don't feel like they're obnoxious enough to want to nerf. Kazuya, on the other hand, I was ranting about this on Twitter. I referenced him as Ghost in the code because of how much he turns blue with like he has like 15 plus moves. No, he has more moves with intangibility, invincibility, or armor than most people have moves. The only moves I didn't remove intangibility from intangibility, armor, invincibility from were his smash attacks and his specials. Like this, apparently his entire upper torso was invulnerable. And before I was like, dang, Kazuya's hard as a CPU. I just can never get in there. Apparently it's because his upper body will just not exist at times. This move I didn't know how to fix. Like I don't know which one that is. He has like 10 to 30 different squat and step attacks. So like I get that's why his squat jump is like 7 frames. But like he's just playing a different game. So like this had intangibility. His dash had intangibility on the legs, like lower leg on the startup, both legs on the engagement, and I feel like he shouldn't have a this was so annoying. Like he would be such an I feel like he would be such an interesting character to play, but my god is he obnoxious. Like here, let's okay, so like right about here he would get intangibility on the lower foot. And then he would get it on the lower foot and top foot. He has a hitbox that covers up where his intangibility is going. So not only if you're like low profiling it, he's still gonna hit you. You can't even hit him in the leg as a trade. So it's like obnoxious. Like I hated looking at the frame data on this guy. It was just everything like oh here's the best part. His dash here. Okay, before that, he would have upper body intangibility from frames 1 to 2, and then he has like whole body intangibility here, and then here he would still have upper body intangibility. Like you can't even deal damage with him, he's just going straight through it. You can't even grab him on those frames either if you catch him on one of those hitboxes. And that's not even the worst of it. Before, he would do, oopsie, these moves here, like that has intangibility. Like they all have intangibility. Like there's so many moves like that have intangibility. It's like if he was that bad, like his forward tilt, intangibility on the foot. Ganondorf doesn't have intangibility. This guy made me so mad. Like I see why now other people hated him. Like why he was so tough CPU. He doesn't exist for like his frame data a good portion of the time. Like if he's throwing out a move, he has intangibility and it's so annoying. Sorry, I had to put a lot of work into this character to remove that, and apparently I missed stuff still. So like, and he's heavy too. So not only doesn't he doesn't trade. Like the only way you can like approach him is probably spamming. Like if you have disjoints, like say a Pikachu, or you have disjoints like a Swordy, which a lot of the top players have like good zoning disjoints. I could see why he's not a big deal. But if you're like a Captain Falcon, if you're a Jigglypuff, you're never trading if he's throwing out a move. Oftentimes you are losing that encounter because you have to blast through his intangibility. It's like basically got like swords for arms and an upper body. It's just obnoxious. Anyways, let's get that out of the way. There's Sora. Finally he made it into Smash for obviously no reason other than everyone requested him. Also, there's a new Kingdom Hearts game coming out, guys. The Mii Fighters, I went obnoxious before on the build. Sorry, Kazuya gets me heated just because of his stupid frame data. Like, if he's bad, just put him bottom tier. Don't break him. Mii Fighter, I just kind of push him a bit. He's a lightweight now. He goes from like 80 something or 90 something to 80. Increased his dash speed and his movement speed as a whole. Increased his air speed and fast fall. I didn't play Smash 4, so I didn't get to try out the mini-Miis, which would have been great, I'm sure. Sword Fighters have just had increased vertical jumping ability in that. I want to make it unique, and it's like, you know what? Yeah, well, Sword Fighters can be... Just look at that height, man. Other than that, they haven't been changed. There's just their height's been adjusted. Like a short hop does that. Which actually works good too, because her aerials are like leggy. So I figured like giving a nice good short hop would be a little bit easier to connect with some of these things. Because that's something I noticed was issue. Like it's hard to connect with a lot of these moves. Some of the characters in this game move weird. And me Gunner, I made a super heavy. They have like more weight than Ganondorf. Like they are beefy. They're like right underneath Dedede, right above Ganondorf. They're slower now. You can take so much damage. You know what? Just hit me with all you got. Let's see if they can kill me yet. Let's try 150. See if we can survive. Hit me! Frick, that hurts. All right, Pikachu's still tough. Don't screw with Pikachu, man. Yeah, they survived that at least. How did Sephiroth's got some breaks, man? Yeah, I figure I also slow them down anyways because they got the zoning options, right? Just make it harder for them to get away. So yeah, I'm going to try to remove flinching from a lot of projectiles because I figure it'll be better as a whole. Other changes, I kind of want to declone these guys. They're not exactly clones, but they're also not really different. Same with these two, but Martha's just like, they have like the same frame data or like the same parameters too. It's weird. I don't really have much I wanted. I kind of want to declone some characters, but I don't got too much for that, so yeah. I also need to fix animations like with Ganondorf and that, because I should eat my burger.